all, welcome to Tech Facts. Today we will learn about the Angular basics. Angular is the most commonly used and popular framework nowadays. Have you ever thought why Angular is so popular? Is it because of the features that it provides? We can discuss all those things in this tutorial. Without further delay, let's get into the prerequisites for learning Angular. The prerequisites include you should have a basic understanding of HTML, CSS, JavaScript and DOM. Before moving into Angular, we can just go through AngularJS since it is the first version of Angular. AngularJS is developed with single page application in mind. It is developed using model view controller architecture. All of you might have an idea about model view and controller. Let me just describe what it is. Model is actually responsible for handling data. View is kind of a template where the user views the data. Controller controls the interaction between this model and the view. So this AngularJS makes use of JavaScript for writing this MVC architecture. AngularJS supports event handling and data binding. Now let's move on to Angular. Many of you might have gone through this question. What is Angular? Angular is an open source JavaScript framework. It is suitable for mobile and single page applications. The latest version of Angular that is available right now is Angular 11, and the first version, as we already discussed, it is AngularJS. It is a TypeScript based JavaScript framework and it is maintained by Google. There are few features that makes Angular famous. Angular is mobile and desktop ready. That means you have one framework for multiple platforms. Then another important feature of Angular is like it is built in TypeScript, but we will get all the features of JavaScript. So you don't need to learn this TypeScript language for this, but still will receive all the features like interfaces, classes, namespaces, decorators, etc. Another important point to note is that this browser does not support this TypeScript language. So the code that we have written in TypeScript should be transpiled to JavaScript code in order for the browser to understand. Then Angular CLI, that is the command line interface. Angular provides a command line interface through which we will get few commands, and by running those commands we will be able to run the application, get the features of the application, run unit tests and build the app. What are the features of Angular? Features of Angular include cross-platform support, high-speed, modular structure, component-based architecture, and Angular CLI. Component-based architecture means Angular contains lot of components which can be grouped together to form modules. High-speed, which increases the performance. As we already discussed, we don't need to reload all the components again and again, so which increases the performance. And it supports cross-platform support. Let's get started with the main terms that we usually hear while learning Angular. First one is components. Components are known as the basic building blocks of Angular. Component is indicated using @decorator, like defined using @component decorator. Inside @component we can define selector, template and style. So while creating a component, an HTML, a CSS, a TypeScript and a spec file will be created. The spec file is used for writing the unit test cases. The command for creating component is ng-generate component, then the component name that we need. Every Angular app, while creating an application, it will contain an app component. So there will be an app component and an app module by default. The next popular word that we use to hear is modules. When components are grouped together, it forms a module. It can contain services, directives, etc. While creating an Angular application, there will be at least one app module. So let me go through an example. Suppose if we have a job portal which contains employees and employers section. For the employees section, they will provide different services. For employers section, they will provide different services. All the services given for the employers will be components. And when all these components are grouped together, it forms a module. So employers will be a module and services within those employees will be components. Services. Services are used to share common functionality or data throughout the application. Suppose we have an API GET request for fetching all the job details, which is used, that API request is used throughout the application or in many components and in modules. So we don't need to write it each time. We have to keep it in the services and import it to the respective component or module that requires them. So it can be APIs that is used throughout the application, and the command used to generate a service is ng generate service, the service name that we want to give. Then the services are injected into the modules or components using injectable. For accessing the service, we need to import the service to the respective component. So in the component, after importing the service, we need to inject it. It is with the help of constructor. In the constructor, we need to give like this. That's all about services. Let's get into data binding. Is a term that is commonly used in AngularJS as well as in Angular. It helps to communicate between the component and the template, that is DOM. There are two types of data binding, one-way data binding and two-way data binding. One-way data binding, as the name indicates, only one-way communication is possible. So the changes that we make in the TypeScript code will be applied to the HTML template, but the reverse is not possible. That is, the value of model will be used in the view, but we can't update the model from the template. For example, interpolation, property binding, event binding, all this comes under one-way data binding. These are indicated using curly braces, square brackets and normal brackets. Two-way data binding. As the name indicates, two-way communication happens. Data flows from the model to the view and from view to the model. That is, from the TypeScript code to HTML template and reverse. Both TypeScript and HTML will be updated. So this is indicated by using ng model. This is known as the banana in the box model. Then directives. Directives are used to change the DOM of the Angular application, like ngIf, ng-for. There are different types of directives available. We'll go through all the details in the next video. For time being, we'll just understand like directives are used to change the layout and the behavior of the template. There are three types. Those are component, structural and attribute directives. Let's go into the details of all these things in the coming videos. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thank you.